We love golf. I'm sure we're all thinking the same thing. Why don't they just go for the obvious we pun? I mean, the title makes no sense the way it is. We love golf? Who loves golf? The publishers? Who cares if you love golf? It'd be like me releasing a review called We Love Pizza. The title doesn't even make sense grammatically. It almost feels like the title is a bad translation. Much like the famous All Your Base Are Belong to Us. Why not Golf Game Wii? Hey, if Nintendo can get away with simple titles, why can't third parties do it? Why not? Let me answer my own question. Because Nintendo has a strict policy on using the word Wii in the titles they don't produce. As if putting the system name in the title would be like a seal of excellence. And anyone who's ever played Wii Play knows that isn't true. This isn't the first title to have a workaround for Nintendo's policy on their system name in the titles. Wii Ski is another example of it. And since I'm not going to review the game since I think a skiing game is about as interesting to play as a soccer game, I do want to mention that the box art makes it look like they're calling the game Whiskey and not Wii Ski. And why not just keep the original title of the game, Family Ski? It's a much better title in my opinion, but I digress. We Love Golf is a basic copy and paste of the Mario Golf series. They have exactly every option that Mario Golf has, and it's presented in exactly the same way. I guess as long as you're borrowing ideas from a fantastic series, you might as well pick from the best. I do have to bring up one thing. Why are all the box arts for golf games all look the same? Why is it always your character in the middle of the box, swinging away? It's like when you achieve perfection, why bother changing it? At least Tiger Woods changes it up a little bit by swinging the other direction. A good golf game is always judged by the controls you had to use, and this game uses motion controls for all the movements. And while they did work, they weren't realistic in any way. They were also overcomplicated, and that was frustrating since I wanted to play this game with my son. He couldn't get down the controls at all, and he got frustrated and quit playing it. You had to make the appearance of swinging a club, but the only thing they cared about was how much you swung your arm backward. The force of your swing didn't matter. After you get to the sweet spot on your backswing, you'll have to wait till it gets to the power levels to make a quick jerk so it'll read it, which most of the time it did. But since it was so quick, you tended to miss the perfect shot every time. I did like how you could do a top spin or a back spin on a ball by holding down the 1 or 2 buttons. I thought that was clever. There are all the normal options in the game: tournament, character battle, ring shot, strokes, and so on. I'm only going to focus on tournament mode and character battle. Let's start with tournament mode. You play 18 holes on a course and try to get the lowest score. You really don't have to worry about keeping your score too low for the first 2 tournaments since the other competitors sucked at golf even more than you do. Speaking of the other competitors, I have to say that Zach and Wiki were some of the tougher competitors in the tournament, unlike Chris Renfield and Jill Valentine, who couldn't sink a putt to save their lives. If you do beat them all, you'll unlock another course to play on, and they do start to get more complicated and better looking. Character battle option is more fun as you're only playing one-on-one with the computer, and since you're not playing anyone from the Resident Evil franchise, they're actually good playing golf. Good, not great. I still had an easy time unlocking characters. The characters themselves were completely forgettable, as with most games that are trying to copy from another game. You'll keep thinking to yourself this game would have been much better as a Mario game. There is one lone bright spot to the character selection, and that is that you can play as one of your Miis, so that's always a plus. One of the more annoying things in the game was the animated Wiimote, which would be like a cheerleader throughout the entire game. After the first couple of holes, I didn't need a constant reminder on how to play the game. Even when I was in the more advanced courses, that damn Wiimote cheerleader would be there the whole time, pointing at his butt and crotch before every shot. Like the box art says, it has online multiplayer, and I have to take their word on it, since there's no one ever on it. I tried on 4 occasions to try and find someone to play with, but to no avail. The game is currently $50, and if you're a golf fan, you might like this game. But it's no different from the others on the market, and since those others are about half the price of this one, I can't possibly recommend this game, so you should skip it.